everybody, Mac here, and I got a few things to go over with you today. First thing I want to take a look at is this guy right here. This is the Santa Sleigh Zamboni, the ice scraper that I got from Oyo Sports. It was like a Christmas limited offer. I got it about mid-December. I'll press that down a little. I got it about mid-December, probably the second or third week. And it was the first brick-built item I had actually gotten from Oyo. I had had their minifigs prior to this, mostly their hockey mascots. But I wanted to take a quick look at this just to give you an idea. First, with the minifig, it's pretty much what we can expect from Oyo. It's a very Lego-like minifig character, the same proportions, same dimensions. I like on the back how it has 18 for 2018 and claws written on it. He has elbows, pivoting elbows, just like the hockey mascots did. And of course he has bendable knees, which minifigs don't have. Something else that he has on here is he has the little Oyo logo right there on his chest. The printing for Santa's coat, it's not horrible, but it's not fantastic. It could have been a little bit more detailed, but I do really like this face printing that Santa got. I like that printing a lot. He only has one face, everything else is just solid white to represent his hair and his beard. But I do like the printed face that he has. And the hat is pretty nice too. Sits a little low on him, lower than what I would like, but it looks good. Now, I had never thought about this when I had the first Oyo figs that I got. That on the back, because he has knees, he has no lower stud holes on his legs, and he just has two very shallow anti-studs on his upper legs, on his butt. And you may think, well, so what? Well, I'll show you. Let's bring this up. Here, let me just lower this down a little. Okay, get into focus. First of all, this is the Zamboni sleigh. See, sleigh. This is the Zamboni that came in the set. And something, if you take notice here, this seat is very minifig seat, very minifig scaled. And if you try to position Santa in here, first of all, his arms are too widespread. You have to lift his arm on the inside. But the anti-studs, his upper anti-studs are too shallow, they're too tight, that they won't stay locked into the seat very well. So really your only option to have him seated in anything that resembles a normal position is to just sit him back and bend his legs over the studs like that. But he doesn't really lock into position, and he doesn't look normal, really. He doesn't look comfortable, especially with having his one arm up. One thing I did find out, though, or I did try, is you see this. This is the Santa Claus minifig that I got from the Lego City Advent Calendar, the 2018 Advent Calendar. He has this big beard, he has a typical yellow minifig face. Only one print for that. I like his hat design just a little bit better than the Oyo one, and you can see on the back the printing. He has the candy cane shoved into his belt. He's a pretty solid fig. I mean, he's Santa. He's what we get every year. But the Lego Santa fits in so much better than the Oyo Sports Santa does. And you have to admit, he kind of looks better too. So there's a little bit of a disappointment that he doesn't really fit in very well. The Zamboni, the ice scraper in and of itself, on the other hand, though, I mean, it's a solid build. Actually, putting this thing together, this was mostly all large bricks. Like, these are 2x3, I think it was 2x3 pieces, or 2x4 pieces right here. This is actually a printed piece, and this reminds me a lot of the old Lego town printed pieces, like the headlight pieces, because if you run your finger across, you can actually feel the etching rising on it, and it's really kind of cool. This that I thought was going to be a sticker or a single printed piece is actually 3 bricks high that are all printed, that they put the bricks together and then printed this over top of it. So if you were to actually pull this apart, and I'll put a picture up of what it looks like, all three of these come together and it breaks that up. So these are all large bricks. It was a very simple build, but there was a little bit of nostalgia in it for me because I felt like I was putting together the old Lego town sets because of its, well, quite honestly, its simplicity. And whereas with Lego, these would normally be, or at least I would think they would be like two larger, just plate pieces. They decided to go with a bunch of striped pieces, which gives it a little bit of a broken up texture, a little bit of a broken up look. Whoops. But all in all, it's not bad. It's really not. I'm not sure it was worth the $20 that it cost to get it, but it was a nice little piece for my Christmas village, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. If anybody else got it, you know what the shortcomings are. If anybody that didn't get it, well, it's discontinued now. It's been retired already because the season is over. But you could always see if they release another one next year. Now, let's raise this back up. Something else I want to take a look at. Some of you may have remembered that I was collecting Mega Construx World War II sets, and I was very happy when I found this Captain America in the Marvel blind bag that I was going to put him with my World War II set. Well, that dream has been dashed, because this is the World War II figure from the motorcycle set, the motorcycle that I was going to put Cap on. But look at this. Mega Construx, for some reason, put the Call of Duty figures at a different scale than the rest of their minifigs, than the rest of their figures. They're about 1/4 of an inch taller, which may not seem like a lot, but when you're talking about figures this size, it really throws the whole scaling off. Like, Cap doesn't actually physically fit. He can't reach the handlebars of the motorcycle because, if you look, his entire arm is almost the length of the World War II officer's upper arm. I mean, why would they do that? Because even here's a Spartan, and you can see the Spartan and Cap are on the same scale. And the Spartan and the World War II fig are on a different scale. Why would you do that? I don't understand why Mega Construx did that. I think that was a bad call, a bad move on their part. But there's nothing I can do about that now, so I have Cap. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with Cap now, since I can't put him with the World War II stuff. But like I said, I do have Venom. You may have seen me I picked him up a few weeks ago, and I'm definitely going to put Venom with the Covenant. So we'll see how that's what I do with Cap from this point out. My first review of the year, I had mentioned I wasn't doing reviews of the Lego 2 sets for the first review because everybody else was doing Lego 2, so I wanted to do Ninjago, but I got this. This was sold out for like the first couple weeks that it was out, and then my Target just recently got these in. This is one of the sets I had been looking forward to. And I knew as soon as it was sold out that I knew it was going to sell out, and I knew I missed it the first time around. But when I saw it at Target, I didn't want to miss it a second time. Classic Lego space sets are what got me involved in Lego in the first place when I was a kid, and this is beautiful. This means so much. I absolutely I love getting this because I love getting, I mean, these two little builds aside, you get 4 classic space minifigs in white, obviously blue for Benny, and yellow. You don't have red, but replacing red is pink, and it's Lenny, and that's kind of cool. I like getting the new color. One thing I'm hoping that they don't do is you have Jenny in white and you got Lenny in pink. I really hope in Lego Movie 2 it's not a running gag that they're making fun of the boy for wearing pink. I hope that's not a running joke. I just hope that he's wearing pink and they let it go. I think that'd be a better move, but we'll wait and see what happens. $10 for this. $10. Usually minifigs go for what? $4 or $5 a fig? So I mean, you got $16 to $20 just wrapped up in figs, buying minifigs on their own. Plus you get this little robot and these two mini builds. I mean, how can you pass that up? And it's Benny, and it's classic space, and it's fantastic. So I'm going to pop this open, and I'm going to probably not do a full review on it because it is figs and it is 2 small builds, but this might be something that I put up on IGTV, so I'll let you know about that. But I'm real happy I have this. And now these 2 things in the background. Mega Construx Breakout Beasts. Let's lower the camera down a little bit again. Now, this is a different take on the blind bag. These are eggs. These are plastic Mega Construx eggs that, for all intents and purposes, you're not supposed to know what's inside them. There's dragons. One of them has a werewolf. You can see that right there. Let me focus that in. You can see there's a werewolf. There's all kinds of different dragons. Me, not liking to leave things to chance, I look up the codes that are on the bottoms of the eggs. You can kind of see it right there at the top between the rows. There we go. You can see that. One of these should be the red dragon, and one of these should be the gray dragon, which were the 2 dragons that I wanted. Normally these are $10 a pop. This is the last thing that I bought from the Kmart that is going out of business in my area. So when I picked these up, they were on sale. I got these for, I think when it was all said and done, I got them for like $4 a pop, which is about the price of a blind bag. I don't know how I'm going to like these, which is why I've never bought them at full price, but I wanted to get at least one last thing before the Kmart closed, which by now the Kmart is officially closed. And I wanted to crack these open, take a look what they are. So, if you give me a few seconds, a few minutes, I'm going to pop these open, put the dragons together, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I put one of them together. I left the other one packaged up in the egg because I want to show you how they're actually packaged in here. And the first thing I have to say is that these are much bigger than what I was expecting. When I saw them, I was expecting them to be just a little bit bigger than the actual Mega Construx figures. And they are actually much bigger than that, and they go together pretty easily. They're pretty fun. I put the gray one together here. You can see that on the egg, they come with a translucent stand so that you can use the egg as a display stand for them. Now, let me move that aside for now. Let me pop this guy off. These are pretty decent. I like the coloring. This is obviously the gray one. I like the coloring of it. And something else that I like is that if you reposition him, his head can come down. Whoop, that comes out. His head can come down, and he almost assumes a gargoyle-like stance. He looks like a gargoyle, and that's why he's a gray dragon, and I think that's really cool. That you can pose him as either or. But we put him back down into his dragon form, and you can see inside his mouth here, he has that little peg, that little anti-stud there, so that you can put his breath weapon in and use that, and then just put it back on the stand there, and there you have your flying gray dragon. Now, the way these are packaged, I knew one thing that they came with, but everything, here's your instruction manual right here, which we'll take a look at this in a second, but everything comes in like this protoplasm bag. Like it's just this bag with this little protoplasm design on it. And if you look through there, it's not that it's translucent yellow. The pieces are actually encased in slime inside this bag. And if you look at this bag, you think, well, how much slime could there possibly be? Well, let me tell you, there is a lot of slime inside these things. There's enough to fill the entire bottom half of the egg here. I don't know what the purpose is of the slime other than kids like slime. Kids are going to love fishing through the slime to get the pieces out. And even I had some fun going through the slime. I haven't played with slime in years. And even for me, it was fun to go through the bag, to go through the slime and dig the pieces out and then peel all of the slime off of them and then just put it all on the bottom of the egg there and make this big goop pit. I'm assuming each dragon comes with a different type of slime. The red dragon comes with the orange slime. The gray dragon here comes with green slime. I might actually get the rest of them just to see how they are. I'm more excited about these now that I got them and I put them together. Like I said, originally I wasn't planning on getting them because I thought $10 was too high of a price for like a blind bag type set, but I'm finding that these are worth the price. I don't know if I would quite say they're worth $10, but they are definitely worth more than like the regular $4. I wish the wings were a little bit more, a little bit stiffer to hold position, but yeah, I definitely like these guys. And if I see other ones, and I think there's a Series 2 coming out, but if I see other ones, I will definitely be looking into getting some of the other ones. They also have a setup here, let me show you, that it shows here that it suggests that you can take different dragons. There's the red dragon and there's the werewolf dragon, or the werewolf itself rather, and you can combine them into larger sets, make bigger beasts out of them. They encourage you to do that, which I think is kind of cool for kids' imaginations. Also, it will obviously encourage people to buy the rest of them. On the other side here, we have a checklist as to who is what. We have the green dragon, which is Tempest. We have the gray dragon, which is this one, that is Boulder. We have Torchwing, which is the green dragon. Oh wait, if that's the, I guess that's the bluish green one, or that's the green one. And then we have Iron Claw, that's the werewolf. And then we have Blackheart, which is the red dragon. And I really dig the way that they posed the slime around him like he's rising up out of the egg. So I may be taking some shots for Instagram with these guys, with them like coming up out of the slime and draping it over them. I don't know, obviously this is a posed shot. That may not even be real slime on there. It may just be something that they added in after. I don't know if slime would stick to them like that, if they'd be able to hold position like that, or if it would weigh them down. I don't know. It's something to play with. But that's what we got. Those are the Mega Construx Breakout Beasts. Like I said, I originally thought that $10 wasn't worth it, but now that I put them together, I like them a lot, and I've probably done this to myself, that I will be collecting more of them. So, that's what I got for you this week. If you liked it, and if you're still watching, I assume that you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. The username is @BrickandTire. Also remember, we got a Facebook page now, so you can find Brick and Tire on Facebook as well, where we bring everything together from our YouTube videos, Instagram photos, and our Etsy store. So go ahead and check that out. That's all I got for you, so play well everybody, and as always, thank you for watching.